the 90s when I drove this car. It wasn't the fastest thing ever, but I damn sure put it beside almost anybody. Fast forward to today, it's going to take a lot more horsepower than it did back then to run with these new cars. So we've now got nitrous on the 65. We started with a 100 shot, which is what you're going to see in the beginning of the video, and we've transitioned over to a bigger plate and a 150 shot. Eventually, we may go more, but for now, 150 is where it's at. Also, I'm not going to cut out any curse words in this video because I want you guys to see my instant reaction, myself and Burgers as well. So if you're offended by bad language, this is not the video for you. With that being said, it's time to get into today's video. Let's do it. We changed some jetting around in the carburetor, and we're just going to test it out. Should do pretty good. It's going to be extremely rich. We already know that. We got you some 360 footage. I'll try to link up this audio. It should be a little better for you guys, but if not, I apologize ahead of time. Bottle sitting back here in the back seat. We got our switch over here to arm the nitrous. And we're good to go. Better move, chickens. So on the way out there, I'm just gonna roll into it third, check it on motor.
Yeah, it's about to be rich. There's 11 something right there.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll in it for now and just watch the air fuel on motor. Check and see kind of where we're at on motor first. Should be 12s once it gets out there a little bit.
High 11, low 12.
Alright. So we're good on motor. Just going to increase from here. Alright, you ready? It'll take it a second. I know it's got some air in the line. See it? You good? Black smoke out.
Oh yeah, I bet you got 35 horsepower in AFR to make it up.
I'm just going to lean out the nitrous jet, the fuel side,
Yeah.
or actually just lower the pressure probably, because the carburetor don't need that much pressure anyway. I actually got the tools to do it. I can pull it in the service station, lower the pressure, see what it does.
Yeah.
While we got both of us in the car to look at it.
Yeah.
Adjust it down a little bit. I'm gonna let the fuel pump run and just turn it down a touch. You ready?
I'd say maybe it's just a touch. Felt good though.
Yeah.
Feels strong.
We'll leave it where it is for now. I want to hit it in second, but I don't think the clutch is going to hold it. Car's straight as the arrow though.
Yeah.
There ain't no, it plants itself and then goes.
Yeah.
Which I was.
It feels good. Like it's, if anything, it feels safer, like more stable than it feels on motor.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing I was saying. I think because it plants the rear end, and it just, I don't know. I mean, it's the only thing it can be doing.
One, maybe two jet sizes, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to make sure I didn't have to be up there at 6.5 PSI because it's
it's hard to get it to balance like that.
Yeah.
But if I can, 6 pounds ain't no problem.
Yeah, you can run the nitrous at a low pressure, then the motor you should be in that.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. All right, everybody. In the last video, you saw that we took the Gray Ghost out with a 100 shot on it. And man, it felt great. I'm not gonna lie to you. But 100 shot was never the end goal. 150 shot is where we want to be with this car, at least for now. We may go more later, but a 150 shot is where we want to be at, and this is the plate or the kit right here to do it. Now, this is a Wilson manifold kit. This thing's massive, guys. Look at the size of that solenoid there. So, kind of test fitting some stuff. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight fit. So what we're going to do in this video is fit this thing on the car. We'll probably just time lapse that, to be honest with you, because I know you don't really care to see it. We're going to go out and hit this thing. Now, I don't know how much nitrous we have left, so we may be limited. But luckily, Berger's got a bottle over here with a little bit in it, so we can get it heated up and we can at least make 3 or 4 passes and see how it's going to do. All right, so before we go any further, I know everybody's going to have these concerns, these questions or whatever. Why are you guys out making rolling hits? Why are you hitting this thing from 3rd gear? Well, for a lot of different reasons. All we got on this car is some R888Rs. It's not really gonna hook the car real good. It needs a small like cheater slick on it, honestly. Believe it or not, the little 65 actually makes some steam. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but this car probably makes 450 horsepower or so. So, you know, you strap a 150 shot to the top of that, and she's going to really, really make some power. And this car doesn't weigh anything. I don't know if you guys know it or not. You know, when they say they don't build them like they used to, they don't. These things were super light. These cars were anywhere from 27 to 2,900 pounds, depending. And I think this car is probably somewhere around the 28 to maybe 2,900 pound mark. 600 horsepower in this car is nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot. So, with that being said, we're going to be safe. We're going to take the car out, make a couple hits, see how she pulls, and then eventually we're going to get it out there next to some of these other cars and do some 3rd gear pulls. We just feel safer doing it that way. I know you guys can say it's lame, but I'm not trying to break anything. And once this car proves itself, we may get it to the track one day and see what it'll do. This plate, this kit here, takes 2 nitrous jets and 2 fuel jets. In our tune-up kit over here that we got from Ben, we do not have everything that we need. So here's what we're going to do. I say everything we need. We're wanting to go with a 150 shot, and that calls for a 46 and a 40. Well, 2 46s and 2 40s. So what we have is a 46, and the next size up that we have is a 44. So we could kind of split the difference between here and go 50, but that's still probably going to put us somewhere around a 180 to 190 shot more than likely. And we just really don't need that in the car right now. So what we're going to do is go 46 on the nitrous jet, which is a 150 tune-up, but we're going to go 44s on the fuel side. This calls for 7 PSI of fuel pressure. We're going to back it down to probably 6 PSI, and we'll see what the car does. It still should be rich, but I'd rather be, you know, rich and safe than to go playing with a 200 shot right off the bat with this car. That's just not, as tempting as it is, it's just not a good thing to do. We did find some stuff out on Berger's car today. We found some hidden horsepower, hopefully, with his. So we'll talk about that here pretty soon, but it's going to take a 150 shot to run with their cars, and it may take a 200 after we figure his out. But either way, we'll kind of work our way up to that. So the kit's already done. We got our jets in. Let's pop it on. Damn, it's still on the valve cover over there. It's tight. Very tight. The fuel log's not going to work. So what we're going to have to do is go in individually. So we'll have to configure that as well. So we'll have to put a splitter on here, put a Y on it. Yeah, that should work. So Berger's over here polishing out his lens. I should have shown it to you guys to start with, but I kind of forgot. Man, this thing was scratched up and had like, looks like a chemical or something had gotten on it and had it all splotched up. So real quick, before we go any further, I kind of want to walk you through what he used. Was that 3,000 you used? 2,000. He sanded this stuff out. Look at that. Almost crystal clear. Won't get much better than that. That's just some imperfections in the plastic there. But yeah, look at that. I'm telling you, this Roops, it works great. I mean, we're not sponsored by them. It's just awesome stuff. It'll fix anything you need it to fix. So we're using this like waffle pad, egg crate, whatever you want to call it, type foam pad here. And this is just a little Milwaukee 12 volt. And this. Now, also, come back with this to really fine tune it. I just wanted to show you guys. Put it on a soft surface like that. You don't want to press too hard, but just enough. Just work this compound in. It's not been fully wiped down. But look at that though. See? Just go in and get the edges cleaned up a little bit, but that's it. Makes a big difference. Plus he put LEDs in. Here's the package. So this is what he used here. Where'd you get them off? Amazon?
Amazon, I think they were like 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that.
Yep, 10 or 12 bucks. You guys are always asking about LEDs. There you go. Anyway, he's gonna go ahead and get this put in. I am over here working on this because none of this is gonna fit down beside that huge trash can that we have. So we're gonna have to do some stuff here. So this log is just not gonna work. It's too big and it's in the way of the nitrous solenoid. So we're gonna have to get creative here. All right, y'all, check it out. Berger's got it all done. Ooh, that's so damn pretty. You did a damn good job, man. Yeah. It's gonna look really good with the LEDs in it too. Back to the Gray Ghost again. So I've come up with something that'll work. It doesn't look the best. It's not very traditional, but basically I had to run a 90 from here. We're gonna feed the system from down here with probably with a 90. And then it's going to loop across the top of this big ass solenoid. I mean, because we're just limited on what we can do here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but they just come up like this. And then it's just going to take a piece of AN line, cut it, and put it on right here. I mean, I think it'll work. Well, if you take the tape off, a lot of times it's going to fray. You can use, there's a zip tie trick you can use, and Joe Nate uses it a lot, but I've not had good luck with it. You basically just kind of have to poke this in to get started. The bigger the line, the easier it is, which is, it sounds crazy, but it's true. Dash 6 is kind of hard. When you get into dash 8 and 10, it's actually not too bad. Let's clamp the fitting in. We got to get it started. I usually start pretty easy, so it's usually not that big of an issue. And then same thing on this side. There we go. Perfect. Got a nice little bow to it to get out of the way. I like it. It looks good. All right, cool. Let's take it over here and see if it fits. And it does. And what we'll do is change the 180 out to a 90, and we should be able to get in there, so no problem. It's gonna be close though. We're gonna have to pull this apart. We can't sacrifice any extra line. We got the plate on the car. Everything worked out pretty good. We had to do some different stuff up here to make all this work. But that's just the way it goes. When you're dealing with anything custom, you're gonna have to do stuff. timing down at 28 degrees. And this is going to look a lot different than most of yours because we're carbureted and we can be at 34 and, you know, kind of move up. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just go do this. Nothing crazy, like I said. We're just going to make a couple hits. See how she does. You got to go get some gas first. Just to let you guys know, the audio on the mic is not working, so hopefully you guys are hearing me right now. If not, we got the camera over here. We'll do our best. All right, we are back from our trip. Berger, was that a difference between the 100 shot?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Huge
big time.
difference.
Huge difference. Well, you know, hey, everybody that's ever messed with nitrous knows it's going to make power. That's what it does. Especially this kit right here. That is a monster ass solenoid, guys, and it hits really hard. So, let me give you my thoughts, my impressions on this. I don't know what this car makes. I have no clue. On 150 shot, I guess it makes what, about 600? So 600, whether it be at the crank or at the wheels, I don't know. We're just in that general vicinity, that area. What I will tell you, and none of that matters. It doesn't matter how much horsepower it makes. What matters is how it feels, and it is nasty. It's pulling for what it is. There again, you got to remember, it's just a 347 with a 150 shot. It's not anything crazy, but it works. That cam likes it, the gears, everything is working great on the car. So what does this mean? I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm a little worried that we're going to scatter it or tear something up. So I'm going to kind of ease into this thing. I'm not going to go out here and start racing from second gear and things like that. You're not going to race from second gear. You got to understand that this car is extremely violent in second. And that was on 100 shots, so I'm not even tried it yet. But we're going to work some of the bugs out of it. But like I told you guys, you know, don't expect this to be a race car. We're going to go out and run these cars and stuff for sure, but it's not like a race car. Anyway, with that being said, the Gray Ghost is absolutely back in the game, and I love it. You know, back when I drove this car in high school, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that back in the day when I drove it, it was, you know, king ding-a-ling, king of the streets, nothing like that. But it was a very quick car for what it was back in the day. So fast forward, you know, 20-something years later, hell, almost 30 years, I guess now, and it takes a lot more horsepower to run with these cars now. So I think we're there. I don't know what it'll run with, but it's extremely impressive, and especially for a first generation Mustang. Oh, we did? 66. That seems to be where I would like to shift to 6600.
It's got some more left in it though.
Yeah, so we probably won't go much more. Probably
On the nitrous, I guess.
Yeah, probably 68, 6900 probably on nitrous is about all I'll turn it. She's still screaming. She's still pulling on up there, but Berger just looked at the data log. Where were we at? How rich were we?
Like 10.6, 10.9, somewhere around there.
10.6, 10.9. So it's not horrible. It's
Yeah.
safe. The car ran good, so I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll obviously pick up a little bit once we lean it out, but I don't know that I will, to be completely honest. I think what we'll do is we'll take this power valve out of the carburetor. Since we square jetted it, it needs to come out, and we'll see what that does. That should put us probably somewhere around 11.2.
Yeah.
So Berger's TKX is back, and he's ready to put his twin disc back in it, his drive shaft, everything. And also, this kind of sucks because now the 65 is running really good, and I'm all excited about it. This bastard right here finds more horsepower because his belt's slipping, because we talked to Donnie B, and Donnie B's like, you got more boost left on the table. You're leaving boost.
Yeah.
And Berger's like, oh yeah? So we tightened the shit out of the belt, and it's made, already about a pound and a half more already? More than that?
3.
About 3 hours. That's right, you ran it last night.
Rode 2. Wiggle a little bit.
Yeah, wiggle with it. All right. Catch you guys in the next one. And as always,
Thanks for